It's like so important right now in society to know your boundaries, because you all are lax in boundary. And it's like accepting bad behavior as the new norm is the new norm, based on how someone looks, how much money they have, and brainwashing tactics of what these people are up to. So it's so multidimensional in the conversation, because it's bringing awareness to you, but it's educating them on how to do it. But I don't really think it's educating them on how to do it, because they're already doing it and they were already doing it before. It brings it into the perspective of awareness for everyone to see. So that's where they always get it wrong. So I don't teach you on a whole lot of things, is because I've been exposing, like continuously exposing you. And then I haven't delivered on any form of education for the reason of what is currently kind of happening. But it's not really happening to me, but it's happening around me, and it's fucking gross and annoying. So let me give you an example. Is Trump and I are running for president, vice president of the United States of America. And you're my enemy. And you come up to me and you say, I believe in Trump, but only because you want something. However, using that will get you a experience of being lifted up to produce a piece of content. However, what's currently happening as I've developed myself into super strength is they think they're winning. So then they portray to me that they're winning, but they're actually losing, because I'm not accepting that as normal behavior. See, if you're not in a self-awareness game, you'll accept that and you'll get angry, and then they'll get the reaction they want. They'll show you things like a feeling of erotica comes over you. Your private part, you don't like that, but that's the game of the Democrats, is getting someone aroused. That's not normal. It's a big cesspool of arousal. So you know that's wrong when you're a doctor and you're working in heart surgery and your nurse is sitting next to you and she's trying to flirt with you, and someone's chest is open on the table. Are you genuine, or are you a pervert? And how is that nurse living with herself to know that someone's life is on the line, their chest is open, and you're liable to kill someone because she wants to get validated by you in that moment as a physician? That's the Democrat as a physician. That's a Democrat nurse. Meanwhile, that nurse will run around and abuse everyone at the office, make everyone really angry and furious, cause a toxic workplace, and then the doctor, the cardiologist, will take her side because she's so sweet. That's the kind of behavior I'm talking about. Then this particular person will abuse you and make you do all the work, like bedpans and medicines and all these things that she's supposed to be doing. And then you'll confront her with it. And then she'll say, oh, I'm really just having such a hard time. Do you think you could help me out and have some compassion? That's called what? Manipulation. And it's big time a predator of what's going on with the influence. If you could see the pathway of the story I just told you, and it's not a story, it's actually real life shit. So you're physically working, and then in your mind, you're telling yourself, well, this patient needs me. But she's getting the free ride and getting all the credit. Plus, she's now trying to hook up with a married man who's the cardiologist. So now we've got more trouble going on. This is women in business. Modern day influencer women in business, millennial and Gen Z specifically. However, it is collapsing the entire dynamic of family. It's not normal any longer to be kind to anyone in a way that's professional, because that professionalism to millennial and Gen Zs is, he wants to hook up with me. You're begging me to give you information about how to grow a business. You're whining to me. Like all these people that you see with Gary Vaynerchuk, they all pretty much show up and whine to him about how their life isn't working. And then he gives them attaboys and then sends them on their way. And then he sees them again and then nothing's changed. Whether they have a following or not, nothing's changed. They haven't done shit except learn the manipulation tactic of the algorithm while getting a viral piece of content overnight. Meanwhile, they all come together in a Ponzi scheme to distort and destroy, and most of you are from other countries, you psycho fucks. You do know that listening to Deepak Chopra puts you to fucking sleep, right? That's the Indian existence, to suppress people into submission. How do you battle a Deepak Chopra in conversation? I mean, ultimately you want to avoid it. But what if you can't avoid it? What's the action that you'll take to battle that shit? He's not a good meditation teacher. It's clear that he's having an extramarital affair with Mona Van. He loves her little kudo farts. See, some people like the kudo farts, but the intention behind all of this is the destruction around the planet while you proclaim yourselves to be educators and helpfulness to others. Ego. But then there's a sense of you who have no feeling associated to the feeling of not giving a rat's ass about other people, but at least you got yours. I played the game conversation. That's where they want to take you. However, I'm exposing it. That's why Weinstein is in trouble with the Democrats. It's because he said hell fucking no. And now look what happened to Weinstein after Weinstein is out of movies. Look at what movies look like now. That's why Weinstein was who Weinstein was. Because of people like Anne Hathaway. And look at who Anne Hathaway has become because they took away Weinstein. And so the craziest part of all of this is women, and this is all women in business and the manipulation of Hollywood becoming the new norm of society. That's a catastrophe. That isn't actually how women used to operate in business, but they've invented it in your mind as if it's real and that you're supposed to act like that. Don't trust anyone. Don't trust women, folks. That kumbaya shit is bullshit. These people are out of control and they've been participating in this now for like 6 or 7 years. They love it now. They're loving that feeling of power over someone by getting one. And then when they get caught, they backpedal and they say, "Oh, forgive me." And then they do it again. And then they get caught because you relax. And then they do it again. That's forgiveness. We aren't forgiving here, folks. We're waiting for a call to complete itself. We're waiting for a call to complete itself. And that is the actions of people. This isn't just women. I generally speak to women, but men have their own game. Men are a little less, well, I wouldn't even say that. They're doing the same shit. This is why we have global warming. Because of women. women, and then women are like, we need power, we need control. Women in business, that's all propaganda bullshit. You haven't delivered on anything. You haven't delivered on anything in your life to be acceptable as a CEO of marketing for a company. You literally are just using your private parts to fuel fart stench while you abuse your entire staff and then smile about it. That's really what we've got going on across all areas of business. The new norm of the Democrats. The Democrats is a global organized crime corruption organization. It's in France. It was at Cannes Lions. It's in Canada. It's in Singapore. It's in Germany. It's everywhere. Anywhere social media is, it's located in. And that's what the demons and the aliens are trying to communicate to you, that you don't need to be human anymore. You need to live in some weird fantasy land of what the metaverse in your mind that you created it to be. See, you created the metaverse in your mind to be some sadistic place where you can abuse people versus as an extra additive into existence of real life living. You as an audience created that shit. That means you will sit in your house with glasses on, pretending to look hot, pretending, with no confidence that's not authentic and real, while all of that shit drips onto the earth of how horrible you actually are, because you're going to do really rotten shit to people in the metaverse. And then you're going to get pleasure out of it. And the fact that you would even agree to that tells us that you're mentally ill. That's how sick you all are. I just caught you. See, I play games. I play the game. See, Mark Zuckerberg is the lead in that, and he has tactics in place that he's working to protect people. And I just played your asses. See, he's also a strategic business person that doesn't tell you everything that he's up to. Surprise, Democrats. You're not computer savvy, however, he is. Oops, I probably shouldn't have said that. Anyway, when it comes to accepting people for who they are, I'm sorry, but I don't accept that. I don't accept tranny. I don't accept perversion. I don't accept grooming children like Kim Kardashian does to her kids. Not normal. It's disgraceful. I don't accept cis children. I don't even know what the fuck that means. There are two genders, there's boys and girls, and then anything other than that, you've got a mental illness, some of which I can have some empathy for. However, the rest of you who are psycho and gross, who are abusing young girls at the White House, they're abusing young girls, these men who are trannies, and they're abusing little girls. And Joe Biden is okay with that behavior. That's because he's mentally ill. And so is Kamala, to believe that shouting at the rooftops that abortion is normal. No, abortion's an option and it's left to the state. That means they don't understand politics, they don't understand law and order, and they definitely don't understand liberty and freedom. They only understand their own personal agenda for fame and fortune and their own personal success. And they brought a bunch of migrants known as Persians and Indians and all you other freaks. You all are freaks, by the way. Persians are freak. They're weird and awkward and their vibration is extremely low. It's like dirt low. desert low, dry low, boring low. Weak people, they're weak people with a mirage. Like, it's like going in the desert and you see a water trough, but the water trough never arrives because it's a mirage, it's fake. But it looks so real. That's what they're counting on, folks. Use your American culture to uncover these fools for what they're actually doing to American culture, because we do have equality in this country, but however, Persians don't have equality. Indian countries don't have equality. Middle Easterns don't have equality. African do not have equality. They don't have it. Americans have equality. So if you're spouting off inequality, then you're not American. And if you're operating with the media against American people, you're nothing more than a fucking traitor. And now we got you on tape. Words, actions, words, results. A fake photograph with someone like this. Vote for me. Oh yes, wouldn't you rather have someone who's just totally nice to everybody all the time? What about if there's a serial killer or a violent criminal in front of you? Do you want them to be you want the people to be nice to those people? No, you don't. However, that's what the pink code want. That's how ignorant you are. You're actually terrorists. Fucking weird ass people. And you all know these people are weird. And the people on the internet are like fucking robots. No fucking personality. Wow, I wish I could be like that, for real? No, I'd actually rather go back to that feeling and vibe of prior to all this shit. Because it was definitely way more fulfilling than this constant glow out. That's not my glow out. I like the deep, earthy, structured strength. That's me. Not you. Your shit's whacked. Your shit is whacked out. My shit, on the other hand, my shit works. Your shit doesn't. So you need to go get your shit figured out, and you ain't gonna get that shit from me. Because your shit belongs to you, and I ain't got no shit over here. I'm the fucking mentor. You're just the student. With a lot more followers than me. Or maybe I have followers. Who fucking knows? You can't sit in a room by yourself for 5 minutes and be quiet. How the fuck are you supposed to be a meditation teacher, Deepak Chopra? Mr. I'm a king. Fucking whack jobs. Bringing Jessica Alba to fucking VCon, where she is a fucking disgrace. Same thing with Drew Barrymore. They don't deliver ever, yet there they go again, and there you go accepting it. You're the one who are suffering, not me. You all are the one who are suffering, not me. I live in a great home with a great family, with a great fucking life. You're the ones who are fucking suffering. So while you all try to schmooze each other over instead of calling yourselves out by taking responsibility for what you've done to each other, you better believe that what you do in this lifetime is an eternity at this point. So you can't hide from the out of integrities. And I will continuously tell you this over and over. You cannot hide from your out of integrities. You're not going to be kind to me and friendly to me. No, that's not restoring integrity. Now, restoring integrity makes you want to fucking shit your pants and puke your guts out. It's humiliating, it's embarrassing, and it's groundbreaking for the earth to succeed. And it's the only way that this country and the world will thrive if people start learning what integrity means. Because otherwise, we're fucking donezo. Guess you must be playing the short game. Now, short game is one lifetime. If you can understand that, you'll understand the short game versus the long game. Selfish, ego, the marathoner, all that conversation that we talk to. It's more than just about you. See, the American Democrats and the Democrats across the globe think it is only about them, and that's what? The fucking devil. So now we need to calm it down. No, you don't need to calm it down. I need to calm it down. So we're going to take a little mini break. Thank you all so much for watching this podcast, and I hope everybody has a great day.